Hey, what's up, guys? It's Freedom Bear, and today I am bringing you Domination with Master Yi. And basically what this whole entire series is going to be about is where I just shit on everyone and you enjoy. No, but yes, at the same time. I'm basically going to tell you tips, and a lot of tips actually. Everything that I think about whenever I engage, everything. Defensive, aggressive tips, item builds, how to shit on people. Yeah, it's pretty easy. For me, at least. Some people, it's not as easy, though. Anyways, Master Yi is basically, in my books, he's a chaser and a hunter. Kind of like right here, where you see me just shit on Olaf, and I just alpha strike to him. And basically, the most important thing for Master Yi is what I would have to say is movement speed, without a doubt. Because Master Yi is based on how fast he can get there, and how fast he can engage, and how long he can stay on his target. So, movement speed for sure is number 1. Attack speed, number 2, due to his passive. Lifesteal, number 3, due to laning purposes. Armor penetration, and then always get Guardian Angel. At least for Master Yi. Because even if you die once, you can Highlander the fuck out of it, and you can run the fuck away, and they can't catch you. Usually. And not all the time. Anyways, here's some tips that I like to talk about, is knowing when to meditate. This is a very serious one. Right here, I'm going to be waiting in the bush for, I believe Cass comes up, and he wants a little bit of Master Yi. So here he is, right here. And, yep, he's dead. Oh wait, Nocturne, what's up, dude? You want some too? And basically Nocturne's like, hey, I'm going to fear you, and then that is not cool with me. Okay, here's a very important part. Meditate right after that. See, Karthus tries to ult me, and I survived due to the massive amount of magic resist that I got during the meditation and the health that I got. So, it's very important to know when to meditate. Also, use Alpha Strike conservatively if you can. Because if people start to run and you don't have your ult up, which you should have your ult up whenever you're engaging people, but you're not going to have it up all the time if you're laning and shit and someone tries to attack you and you actually damage them. So save your Alpha Strike. Honestly, it is a great, your only gap closer pretty much other than your ult. So, the next one that I want to talk about is saving your E for engagements due to the attack damage. Very important. You can take it, you can pop it whenever you're on a turret just for the extra damage. It's very important to save it. You don't want to just pop it and not have it down, because you need to be at your, on your tiptoes whenever you're fighting motherfuckers. So, see, I didn't really use Alpha Strike conservatively right there, because he flashed and I got to the other part, but it didn't really matter because I had my ult up and I exhausted him anyways. Probably would have gotten away without that, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Also, I wanted to talk about your ult for engagements. So whenever you're fighting someone, know when to use your ult to attack them and when to leave, because sometimes you're just going to be outnumbered and you're not going to be able to get the kills. Honestly, I've done it a million times, and I've ran away a million times. Yep, not saying that I'm a pussy, but you need to know, like, if you're playing 5v5 and there are 4 people there, it is not very fun. And I kind of screwed up on my Alpha Strike. I didn't know that there were this many people, and I meditate to try and absorb some of their damage for a little bit and basically make it out miraculously. And I died because Karthus pops his ult, and I didn't save my meditate. So, don't know if I would have been able to make it out without the meditate. Don't know. But, you know, I probably should have conserved it, but I thought that I was getting damaged hard, and, you know, that shit happens. And there's another prime example of how to use Alpha Strike, because you can just poop on everyone whenever they're trying to run away. And they're like, hey, I'm going to flash. But if you're Alpha Striking them while they flash, you are where they are going. And the next 2 guys that I take out are Cass, or Gangplank, and Karthus. And Olaf wants some, so I flash onto him. Don't want to let him get away. Don't want him to pop his ult and just be like, yo, I'm not getting slowed. And that's basically it for that. I also want to talk about your passive, the 7th strike. There's a lot of useful things that you can do with your passive, especially if you're trying to gank. Try to watch your buff bar, guys. Try to watch your buff bar, because if you watch your buff bar and you see that you have a 7th strike ready, it's going to be a lot easier whenever you Alpha Strike on them and you get a double hit on them, and it'll really, honestly, like, determine the fate of the battle, because if they see that their health just went down that much, it can easily affect if they want to run or if they want to fight. And sometimes you want them to run, because sometimes you can't actually take them, and they're just fooled by the massive damage that you just dropped on them, because you basically got 2 basic attacks and an ability on them. And right here I take on Karthus and Gangplank again, and they didn't really like that. And Meditate. Perfect Meditate. Always go to save your Meditate, because Karthus is a bitch, and he will use his ult on you and rape you in the butt. So, now, I'll start talking about the gameplay. See Gangplank down here. You know, I don't really like that. And so, I actually go and pop my ult. And he flashed in the middle of an Alpha Strike. Fantastic, so I don't have to chase him down. And here's the problem that I just made. I decided to fight. I could have easily ran away from this. I didn't know that there were multiple people. I got cocky, and I got caught. So, don't get cocky with Master Yi, because you're basically a glass cannon that's really fast, and you like to hunt people down. Kind of like I'm doing right here with Nocturne. And no one really escapes me whenever I pop my ult. And Gangplank, what's up, dude? Oh, you bring multiple friends. Oh, I exhausted you, so don't get the fuck away. It's not a great idea to do that. And I just got a quadra kill. Don't exhaust Gangplank, because, you know, he has that one ability. I think it's his W, and he just pops right out of it and shit. And you'll be like, oh, wow, that's really cool. And they're basically trying to push on us. And I decide, hey, I might as well cut them off. I mean, they're not really going to be going anywhere. So Cass is just like, oh shit, Master Yi is behind us. Karthus is just being a retard, you know, just being Karthus. And Karthus pops his ability or whatever, his item ability to go invulnerable, and it wasn't really a smart idea, because I just sat there and waited for him. Also, another tip that I wanted to talk about is knowing which one is the fastest to kill. Look for the most dangerous and the fastest to kill, because if you're going to be like, hey, I'm going to sit on the tank the whole entire time, not a good idea. Honestly, just not a good idea, because you are stupid if you do that. And, you know, sometimes the most dangerous is not the easiest to kill, but if you want to try and go in and snipe someone sometimes, because I know that it's possible, you can take on, like, I don't know, like Lux or Morgana, which that's not exactly the greatest, because they both have snares, / they sit there and lock you in a place. So yeah, I want to show you this one real quick. Hey, Olaf, I'm coming for you. Hey, I Alpha Strike to you, and that didn't really work out. That was pretty fair. So anyways, what I was talking about was the most dangerous and the fastest to kill for Master Yi. See, Karthus is probably the fastest to kill for me. And he pops his little item again because he thinks it's all cool, and you just sit there and wait for him until he's done. Which I kind of didn't like that, because I didn't get my ult reset. So fuck you, Karthus. Fuck you. And Olaf decides that he's gonna run, so I was like, fuck it, and I will just turn around, and they all took care of him. So we're gonna have a little bit of an engagement right here, and I think that will be fun, because I will poop on all of them, because I'm so fucking fed right now that it's ridiculous. And there goes one, and there goes two. Also, Master Yi is not exactly the character you want to be playing whenever you're playing against multiple tanks, because it's not going to be pretty, because they're just going to get Thorn Mail and get a shit ton of health, and you're just going to be like, ah, what do I do? What do I do? First of all, you want to get Madreds and you want to rape them, and that's basically what you want to do. You want to get 2 Phantom Dancers, Madreds, and 2 Bloodthirsters, because you need health, and magic resist would also help due to the fact that it's Thorn Mail, and it's practically the end of the game, and I'm still ahead of myself, and I have so much more to talk about, but I really can't, guys. And thank you for watching my first video. Sorry if I sound like if I have ADHD. It's like a 9-minute video, and I wanted to talk about like 30 minutes worth of stuff, but thank you guys for watching.